good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? This is your boy JT, opposite from the norm. I got this page up, Fair Vote, for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It just talks about steps of voting and changing rights and stuff. Because this video is going to be titled, What's Next? After protesting, after rioting, after looting, what's next? Even though I know you have a lot of conspiracy analysts and theorists out there thinking that, oh, well, you know, this is bullshit because it is. We don't know this. Listen, let me tell you something. This is on some real shit. What we got to realize is solutions. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy, low-key, Mr. Superfacts always said, I'm about solutions. And I appreciate that title because I try my best. And I ain't even think about it. That's just something the brother, God gave the brother, and God gave it to me through him. And I appreciate it. I'm about the solutions because we got to realize, even after all this goes down, is uniting and actually working together. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are different peoples in this country and you feel the bullshit, because I've seen a lot of people in these different protests from Tampa, St. Petersburg to all these things online and in the news, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just black people. And this is what we got to understand something, whether people want to believe it or not. The people that went through the worst shit in this country is black people. And that's real shit because you got to think we are the only ones that were majority-wise brought to this country illegally. You know what I'm saying? We have, you know, Haitians and Africans and Jamaicans that migrated to this country. Still black, but the culture is different. But when you look at your brother and sisters, we all come from the homeland. Y'all know where that's at. We all from there. Our languages and dialects and culture has changed over centuries because, you know what I'm saying, of different places that the plantation ships dropped us off. You know what I'm saying? That was the first Uber, was the slave ship. That was the first Uber. And we didn't call for an Uber. Feel me? So what we got to realize is what's the next thing, God willing. You know what I'm saying? I pray for everybody, and along with all the other prayer warriors that, you know what I'm saying, we figure out what's to come from this. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be more so than just after everything is cleaned up, all the ashes are blown away, that we just go back to our regular lives. Same thing with COVID-19. God willing, once Heavenly Father, Lord bless this to be over, once Jesus bless this to be over, it's not going to be, you know what I'm saying, just going back to the same thing. We have to learn a lesson from this. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is of a plan and solution of God willing what we can do next. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like what people got to realize is if it's happening to us, it's going to happen to you sooner or later. They feel like they got black people on lockdown, they're going to get other minorities on lockdown. Once they get them down, then it becomes classism against other white people. This is what we got to realize. For all the people that swear that they're in this together, and I ain't talking about the ones on the front lines, God bless y'all. But I'm talking about the people that just sit home in their AC, eating a burger and drinking a milkshake, thinking everything's all good, and they can just go back to being calm. It's not. Like I said on the last video, listen, first of all, don't be mad about property and businesses because you take losses in life. If you look at history lessons, we know it's always something that's going to happen. You look at the COVID-19, then you look at all the other diseases that fuck shit up. If you look at 9/11, if you look at anything before that, all the way back to the Great Depression, there's always something that's going to intervene. But the things that you can do something about, the problem is a lot of people don't do nothing about it. That's the problem. I'm sorry, but I disagree with everybody who's trying to put this mindset, oh, you shouldn't do businesses like that because we're so happy about that. Listen. Our problem is black people especially. We so happy to go spend money on this bullshit, and then we think that makes us something. Now, grocery stores, I understand it, but I don't hear nothing about grocery stores getting burnt down, just Target. I ain't hear nothing about Walmart getting burnt down. I hear about Metro PCS stores getting burnt down or looted. But this is my thing. Either way, what we gotta realize is it's a disconnect. That's just like with T.I. and Killer Mike. There's a disconnect in Atlanta. If you're saying that black businesses are being burnt down, you need to talk to the community about what's going on. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we burning down, quote unquote, Wakanda? What's going on? Don't just wag your finger, then don't just come up and start crying. Don't do no Rodney King shit. Find out what's going on in your own community. Because like I said before, when I went to Atlanta, and then we was in, like, me and my peoples that went there that time, a few years ago, it was like houses upon houses in East Atlanta that was boarded up. So y'all buying properties and opening businesses looking dope. But look at all these houses y'all could be buying. If you mean to tell me you can buy a $500,000 mini mansion in Atlanta, $500,000 for like a 6-7 bedroom, 5 plus, you can buy up half that block with $500,000, fix it up, renovate it, and let some families who are struggling. So we don't have to go to fucking Section 8 and help each other. So there's a disconnect there somewhere. So what's next? What do we do next? It's not tuck our tails, run the other way, and try to go back to regular life. That is not going to happen now. We didn't came too far to keep going back. This is the first time you've seen at the same time multiple rioting, looting, and protests going on all at the same time. This is the people pissed off and speaking up. Y'all can do conspiracies or you can show videos, shit that bothers you. But let's keep it real. Out of every war, somebody's going to profit. The main thing to do is try to fight for what's right. And I'm telling y'all now, we got to figure out, God willing, what's next. Can't go back to the same old shit. It's not. If you got 45 talking about bringing military, I'm bringing stuff, and the House don't really want them to bring military in. They don't want it to become some martial law shit or a military state. Listen, we got to figure out something because it's not going to just go away. I understand people is like hurt by the businesses. You better have insurance. You better learn that losses come. Because you can have a fire burn your shit down out of nowhere. And that shit happens all the time. Grand larceny happens all the time. A lot of shit happens all the time. So it's not about product. It's not about business locations and all this shit. It's about the people. If you don't have the people, that don't mean shit. A lot of businesses go out of business all the fucking time. I'm around places where I see Popeyes that went out of business a few times in the area I'm at in St. Pete, in the Burg. I'm not trying to act like this shit is the first time it's happened where a business goes out of business. That happens all the fucking time. If you're not reaching out to the people, it's going to keep happening. So my thing is, what's next? All right? It's your boy JT, opposite from the norm. Like, share, comment. Make sure you subscribe. I'll get at y'all again.